BTS, 장정국, BTS. Ooh, he said, baby. La 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 la. Hello, so this is Emily, and I just made a video reaction last night, or early this morning at like 4 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, to BTS's comeback show. And it was, I only made a video reaction to DNA, but I had watched the entire thing. But it was crazy because like throughout the entire like choreography for DNA, like I knew what was coming up because I had watched and streamed the music video so much that like I just knew that that part was coming up in the choreography, and so like I was like dancing with my army bombs. It was so funny. But oh my gosh, this entire comeback show was so good. Like, it's so crazy. Like, it actually brings me to tears, like, to really think about it, because I came during Just One Day era, and then you see them like my first showcase after that was Danger, and like Danger, they only had like 1 or 2 different stages, and it was like one that said like Dark and Wild in the back, and then they had like bleachers. Like the second stage was like bleachers, you know, and that was it, you know. And then the third stage was like an empty stage, and like that was all that BTS could really afford at the time, you know. Like they didn't have all that flashy backgrounds like this showcase did. So just like it felt so different, like, to see all of that. And oh my god, like, it was just so good. I mean, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, because I feel like I've seen their progress. I saw where they were and where they are now, and it's just this phenomenal, like, upgrade, not just with BTS, but like Big Hit in general. And it's just so crazy to me, because I'm thinking, like, man, like, that was only 2 years ago. Like, if I really think about Danger, I'm like, that's what, 2 years ago, you know, like, or it was actually 3 years ago if you really want to, you know, August 20th, 2014. But it's crazy, like, how all of that has happened and, like, where they are now. And man, when I was watching Go performance, I cannot handle it, because Go the reason why I'm laughing is because I had just watched it before I was recording this, and I was just laughing the entire time. I cannot believe they included the backpack dance into that, because when I was listening to it, I was like, man, this song is so dope, you know, like, it's gonna be so good. And like, they're kind of like mocking the youth and making fun of the youth and stuff, like YOLO YOLO, you know. And then you see the choreography, and like even the choreography, like, they're kind of like mocking our generation, but it's just so funny, because like, of course BTS would do that, and I didn't think they would do that dance move. Like, I didn't even know they knew of that dance move. And it was just so funny, because like, I went to university in California, like, you know, a private university, and that was our school dance. Like, that literally was our school dance, you know, like the arms thing, like, we would do that because, like, you know, it was a Christian university, and we couldn't like really dance like inappropriately, you know, like how kids our age, like teens our age does, you know, and stuff. Not teen, but not a teen, but you know, like our generation, you know, how they like grind up all up on each other, like they had the club and stuff. But it was hard because we were at Christian university that like held dances, and that was what we did. Like, it was just so funny when I saw that. I was like, this is not real. And so I'm telling you, man, I had Go played all day today to stream on Melon, and I just cannot get over it, because I just cannot listen to the song the same without having that damn choreography in my head. And like, I'm telling you, yo, like, Tay was in the middle of that choreography, and he was fucking owning it. Like, he had like the most serious face when he was going into it. Man, I can't wait to see that live. I just cannot wait to see it live. Like, I'm gonna be in tears from laughter. Like, not even laughter from like making fun of them. It's just like laughter because I understand, you know, like, like why they're doing that. And the backpack dance, because why is it called a backpack dance? Like, that's for students who are in school and stuff. And but on a deeper note, you know, for Go-Go's choreography, I was trying to figure out why, like, at the ending they kind of like stop, and then they kind of like look over here, and then look, and they stop. Like, that's the end of the choreography. And I realized that the reason why they do that is because of, like, if you really think about the song, like the content of the song, you know me, like, I always talk like real deep and stuff. So like, if you really look at the content of the song, it's just literally representation of life passing you by. Like, you really are not gonna see that if you live this YOLO life. Like, or sometimes, like, you know, or maybe it's the opposite, like people who live YOLO life don't want life to just pass by, so they, you know, do whatever they can in that day, and they, you know, do stupid shit sometimes, you know. And I think that's exactly why they had that choreography in there at the end, where they just kind of like look at life and watch it pass by, and they stop there. And that's like the YOLO life. And I was like, yo, like, I get it, I get you, you know. I was like, oh, that makes sense, like, okay. And so anyways, apart from that though, like, Go-Go's performance just cracked me up so much. Like, I felt like they all had so much fun with it. Like, the dance moves were a lot more Western too. Like, I don't know how to like explain that, but it was more like more like hip hop and R&B kind of dance moves that you would see from choreographies on the western side. How we kind of do like a little more of that like nay nay stanky leg kind of a thing, like drop it like it's hot, you know, like those kinds of two-step, like, I mean, those are pretty old, that's my generation, but like you could see that, and I was definitely seeing that in Namjoon's performance, like his part anyways. But yeah, and then let's talk about mic drop. Oh man, mic drop was so good. Mic drop was so good. Yo, like I'm telling you, it's DNA, like they're going to promote DNA, but they're gonna like low-key, definitely high-key promote mic drop. You know what I mean? Because like they just have to, because that song was so good. The choreography was so good. Like J-Hope was all up on that. Like that was his rhythm. Like the songs that he dances to on like Hope on the Street and stuff, it's like that kind of similar sound that mic drop had. And I was like, yo, every single member was so lit. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like so much energy. Like I can tell you right now that as soon as they're done with mic drop choreography, like they're probably gonna literally drop on the floor, because there was so much energy, so much stamina happening, so much intricate details in the footing and the arms and the back and stuff like that they was whipping back and forth. It was, yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, but man, it was so good. Like mic drop was just so good, and the fan chants were so good too. I'm so surprised that K-Army are legit. Like they came up to that showcase 3 days later with the entire like 3 songs fan chants learned. Like, I mean, maybe it's not that hard, but it was kind of hard, like, but for it to be synchronized, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like in the US, it's always hard to synchronize stuff, like to plan stuff with a huge amount of people, especially during a concert. So the fact that we even did like Rainbow Ocean during Wings tour was literally a miracle. I don't like, they had so much manpower to do that. But for this one, like Korea is just so good. Like K-Army are just so good that they just come up and they know when, they know what, you know, if Big Hit releases it and says start at 6 seconds, like they know 6 seconds. Like they naturally have music instilled into them and that natural rhythm. Like they got it. Anyways, but the fan chants were so good, you know, and mic drop was just, I don't know, there was so much swag. Like it was like swag, but like they were boasting about it at the same time, and they were like proud. Like they were kind of like, yeah, like, you know, like especially Yoongi, like Myeoneh Billboard, Myeoneh Worldwide, because they're like, that's Myeoneh Oma, you know, like he was just like, yeah, that's us, like we're sorry, like, but we reached worldwide, like you can't go past that, you know. So like that's why their concept has like this galaxy thing, because it's like, what happens after you conquer the world? Like you conquer the fucking universe. And that's exactly what they were doing, and it was just, it's amazing, yo. Like the entire showcase, in a nutshell, like let's bring it back. I just had to talk about those 3 main performances, and then, you know, No More Dream fucked me up. Like I started crying when they started, you know, they got that socks back, like they got that look, that Namjoon and his sunglasses, like they just brought it back, you know, like that knee-high socks, white like t-shirt over a long sleeve, like all of those like brand name stuff that they were when they first came out, and it just like fucked me up. So I legit started crying. I didn't record any of that. It was in the middle of the night and I didn't record any of it, but I was crying. It's pretty emotional. Anyways, but the rest of the showcase too, yeah, that was, for me, it was so emotional, dude, because man, it was just so emotional. Like the content, like each member's DNA when Jungkook's camp, like I was just not expecting for them to like talk about themselves in that way, and they did. They talked about like all the way from pre-debut, like their audition to pre-debut to debut to their current struggles, and it was just like really odd to like, not odd, but it just, for me personally, it just felt really emotional to like be a part of that, because in their, like, I feel like a lot of that we knew, like we understand the idea of that, but we don't know their struggle, and that's exactly what they were doing. Like they were like trying to show us their struggle, like this is how it happened, you know, by reenacting how they auditioned and stuff like that. And it was crazy. Like I don't know. I went into the showcase thinking it's gonna be lit. This album is lit. And I went and I was just started crying. And I was like, why am I crying? I'm supposed to be happy for this comeback. But anyways, yeah, it was just so good. Overall, the showcase, you know, like they did such a good job. Like the upgrade, the videography, all of the stuff they had in the background, the lights, the fire, the confetti, like wow, like all of that was just so much of an upgrade, you know, to where they first came from. And to me as an ARMY, like I'm just so proud to see them come all that way, you know, like I just hope that they, you know, just go higher and higher and higher. And I think like the amount of attention that they're getting right now is just getting them there, you know, and so it's amazing. Anyways, yeah, I'll just stop talking because I can talk about BTS forever. As y'all can see in my room, like, it's just BTS infatuated. Like, there's this whole other wall right here, too, and, you know, like, man, there's just so much inspiration, motivation, and, like, there, like, is so much more potential. And, like, I was tweeting last night, and I said, this showcase shows and proves that Bangtan is comfortable in their skin now. This is who they are. Not that they are EDM, but that they know, you know, because their music was a lot of EDM, but like not just that, but they know who they are, they know what they like, and they know what they want from this. Like, and so they're not afraid to bring it and to show it and to live their life according to that, you know, and it was just so like inspirationally like moving and motivating at the same time, you know, and I just kind of felt like, man, I want to be a part of that. Like, really honestly, for me as a 23-year-old, you know, 94 with Namjoon and Hoseok, like I just feel like, man, I just want to be a part of that. Like, and that's why I've been here for almost 4 years. Like, you know, like I don't know what else to say. That showcase was just so good. Like, I don't like what how like, you know, I don't know, because when Young Forever came out, like when Fire and stuff came out, I didn't know how they were going to top that, and they did with BST, and then I didn't know how they were going to top that, and then they brought it back with Spring Day, and then like put the feels in there, and I was just not expecting like the feels that much, you know, and that intricate, and it was very emotional and touching, and then I was like, how are they going to top that? And it was I'm just telling you, BTS always surprises me. Like, they always top it off, you know, and the thing with BTS is you can't expect the same thing, and I love that, because why would you want to expect the same thing? Like, it's the same, but it's not. Like, it's the same concept, yes, but it's being portrayed in a different way, you know, and it's being portrayed in a different perspective almost, you know, so that's what makes it powerful. It's like, just like BTS breaks stereotypes for us young people and for everyone, they're like breaking the stereotype for themselves as artists, you know, like we're not only one genre or only one person, or we don't only do one thing. But it was just so crazy, like, especially, and you can see it especially in this comeback, like I think all the members were nervous about it, but they were excited because they had talked about how everything is different in this album, and it is, but it was the good different, you know, like I don't know how else to explain it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking because it's 15 minutes. Alright, goodbye you guys, have a good day, and I hope you guys enjoyed that comeback too. Honestly, I'm so blown away. I hope you guys, you know, leave comments about like what are some crazy things that like hit you guys in this, you know, comeback show. Alright, what'd you guys think about Go-Go, about Mic Drop, about DNA, and you know, their new looks and stuff? Like, what in the new music, the EDM, like how are you guys feeling about that? Like, leave comments and stuff. All right. Okay, see you guys.